Good morning, guys. So today I'm on my way to work and I wanted to talk about my favorite companies that are the top 3 spots in my portfolio currently. So without further delay, I will start with the first company, which is Alphabet, also known as Google, or used to be Google. So this is the biggest company in my portfolio, and that's because of a couple of reasons. The biggest reason is that of the sheer size of this company, it being a tech giant and one of the Magnificent Seven stocks, which means that it's a massive company worth billions and billions of dollars. Not only that, it is actually a money-making machine. The free cash flow is growing very fast for this one, and it actually is probably one of the 2 most undervalued companies when it comes to the Magnificent Seven. I can't speak today. So Google, why is Google so good? So not only is Google the king of the internet, but it is also heavily investing in AI, proven by their recent AI event, which they showed all of the amazing capabilities that Google Gemini is currently able to do. For example, create video, which is very hard to tell from real life, and the way it's going, media is probably going to be changed forever by this. So it's actually, Google as a company is actually the AI giant. People don't really realize this, but they actually own DeepMind, which was one of the first ever AI companies. Not only that, but their Gemini chatbot is currently on par, if not better, than all of the competition. They also own companies like Waymo, which has already got a few thousand vehicles in operation, and it is currently expanding very fast, and in partnership with companies like Uber. Their traffic volumes are still growing very fast, and people underestimate this because everyone thinks that everyone is actually going to ChatGPT for their searches, but actually, according to their numbers, they are still growing very fast. Not only that, but they're actually integrating AI already into their offering in terms of search. So it's no longer that 10 blue links when you go on Google. You do actually have an AI search functionality already, which is another great thing. There is also the Google Web Services, which is a massively growing business. Its main competitors are actually Microsoft Azure and Amazon AWS, but it is gaining a lot of market share very quickly. So overall, Google is a money-making machine. It's a tech empire, and people are significantly underestimating it. It really does deserve some love, guys. The intrinsic value on it is very high compared to what the stock is, and I believe it's the most undervalued Magnificent Seven stock currently available. So the second company that I am most invested in is ASML. So what does ASML do? They are the manufacturers of lithography machines, which are used by players like TSMC, Samsung, and others to actually create semiconductor chips. They are a monopoly company, a monopolistic company, which means that they are pretty much the only company in the world that produces these lithography machines at scale, which gives them massive pricing power, and also it means that they have a massive backlog of orders, providing them with constant cash flow. They are based in the Netherlands, so they are, a European stock. However, they are also available on the Nasdaq, and with all of this AI revolution going on, ASML is pretty much the ground and founding stock from which all of this stems. If not for ASML, players like Nvidia, Taiwan Semiconductor, AMD, all of these companies would be out of business, basically. So they have an extremely high moat, and they are very underpriced currently compared to everything else available on the market now. So they are still a very, very good stock to buy, and I will keep increasing my position. I want to increase my position to at least 10% for my portfolio. Currently it's about 8.6 or something like that. So it is a company that we'll keep investing into, because I believe the opportunity is way too big to pass up on this one. So what is the third company, do you think? The third company is, funnily enough, also a company that begins with the letter A. Can you guess what it is? Well, it's obviously Amazon. So as I mentioned before, Amazon is the primary rival of Google when it comes to AWS, Amazon AWS. ChatGPT actually uses AWS to run all of their servers and their systems from. So they are a massive key player when it comes to big and small businesses. It's also it is the biggest e-commerce platform on the world, even though their margins on their e-commerce platform aren't huge, but it does provide stable growth to the company, and obviously that makes it much more of a safe stock. But not only that, they are also the biggest robotics player in the world, the biggest, or if not then one of the biggest players. They actually use the most amount of robotics when it comes to actually robots working in their warehouses and completing tasks successfully. So people don't actually know this, but Amazon is a massive robotics player. And what else can you say? It's a huge company. Their cash flows are increasing quarter by quarter. Their moat is amazingly good. Just because of economies of scale, it's very hard for any company at all to rival them. You could argue that players like Temu and stuff like that from China are creeping up on their e-commerce share of the market. However, Amazon has over the years proved that they are the premium platform for buying products, unlike Temu, where Temu offers cheap and cheerful options. So overall, these three stocks are what I'm buying in 2025. I want to build up my position in them every month and keep on adding, because I believe all three of them are very well priced at the moment, and they still can be bought with a lot of upside in the future. So what do you guys think about these three stocks? Tell me down in the comments. Also check out my website where I sell original skater and poetry inspired clothing, which is poetarchives.com. Please comment, please subscribe. Let's start a little chat about these stocks in the comment section. If you think anything else is a better deal at the moment, please tell me. I would love to know your opinion. This guy is not driving, probably on his phone. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, give me a like, because I would love to keep making these videos every day. However, I will only keep doing so if I do see any growth at all. So I would appreciate your guys' help with this, and see you next time.